Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Welcome back to the Dom Trap. I am your host, your editor, your creator, your producer, your DJ, your music man. I'm the conductor of the train, and we're gonna have a wonderful ride, right? We're gonna have a wonderful ride, and I'm joined today by someone I haven't talked to in years, maybe. It's been a very long time since I talked to this person. Uh, Gregory, would you like to introduce yourself?
They know who I am.
Introduce yourself, man.
If they're
Say it louder
fans,
for
they
the
saw
people in
me
the back.
before. They know who. If they are fans, they know who I am. They saw me before.
All right. So, but go ahead and give another proper introduction for the people.
Hi, guys and gals. My name's Gregory.
That's not a proper introduction. You sound nuts saying that. You sound absolutely
What
nuts,
is that then?
bro. You
What
sound
is
like
that?
a like a you sound like a Disney Channel like out of the box type beat, Gullah Gullah
I know you have
Island
a
type
clean
beat.
podcast. Stop.
Say what?
I know you have a clean podcast, so I'm trying to
It's not that clean.
fall in line.
It's not that
It's
clean.
clean enough. I'm trying to fall
Just
in line.
don't be a sucker. This is a sucker-free podcast. Anyway, proceed. Introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Gregory.
And what else?
I'm a real
Okay,
boy.
everybody, he's shy. He'll open up. Don't worry. Anyway, we wanted to. He wanted to come on and discuss the biggest movie of the weekend. Apparently, it's made 130 million domestically and over 300 million internationally. That film being Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Marvel's new cinematic film. Sequel to the 2018. Would you say it's a masterpiece?
No.
Okay. What would you say? It's just a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
All right.
Borderline great, but
Sequel to borderline great 2018 film Black Panther, directed by Ryan Coogler, starring Chadwick Boseman, Angela Bassett, Letitia Wright, amongst a few others. Winston Duke included.
you say her name like we know her from a bunch of stuff.
Letitia Wright.
I'm sorry. No. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you want to be disrespectful
Yes.
early? Okay.
I ain't
So-
even. Was that disrespectful?
Low key, because she's been in some movies. I ain't seen them all, but she's been in some movies. But anyway.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah, so we're here to discuss the film. This is going to be a spoiler review. So if you have not seen the movie, turn away now. Maybe come back later after. Well, of course, come back later after you've seen the movie. But we are going to be talking about spoilers. We're going to be talking about the movie, the cast, everything that happened in the background, the trailer, of course, amongst a few other things. With that being said, let's get right into it. So, to start this off with, I want to go ahead and get my score. I want to get my score out of the way. I've had a few nights to sleep on this. I've thought about it thoroughly. I've talked about it amongst close friends, and I'm sitting at a strong 6 out of 10 for this movie. Some people may say that's too low. Some people may say that's too high. I understand both sides of it. I still feel pretty mixed about this movie, mainly because of the way things went in the movie and then everything that happened surrounding the film. Greg, what is your score? Let's get the scores out of the way. I doubt they'll change throughout our discussion about this film.
6.5. I really want to say a 5.5, but I feel like that's disrespectful. So
If you had to go with
I'll
the
say
whole
6.5.
number, we do whole numbers here.
Oh,
So would you round up or round down?
it's a 5.
Wait, so you just went from a 6.5 to a 5 like that? So you're not
So I
going to
got a
round
whole
up
number?
half that point? You're going to round down a whole point and a half?
Yes.
Okay. You just don't want to have the same score.
Come on,
as me.
bro.
Is that
Don't
what
do
it
this.
is?
You know this movie. All right, look. You talking about me opening up and all right, look, bro. That movie trash.
I told y'all he was
It's
going to
not
open
trash.
up.
I'm lying.
I told y'all he was
I'm
going to
lying.
open
It's
up.
not trash.
Get it off,
It's
bro.
not
Get it
trash.
off. Let's go.
I'm not gonna call the movie trash.
It's not a trash movie, y'all. It's not bad.
It's not a trash movie.
But
It's
it's not
it's
good.
literally a 5.5.
It's an okay film,
Yeah.
right? That's the best way to put it. Considering what
And it
all
got
this movie
gassed.
had to do, everything going against the movie, everything going for the movie, it's an okay film. Right or wrong?
Let's start at the head. We might as well start at the head. You say it's an
The
okay
head
movie. Let's start
being
at the head.
okay. You want to talk about the beginning of the movie?
No, if we're gonna talk about the head, we're gonna talk about who they wanted to be the star, who we don't even know because she ain't done a lot of stuff.
She's
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So,
we're going
spoiler alert.
there.
Big spoiler alert. We're getting into the nitty gritty. The new Black Panther is Shuri, who in the first movie was a side character, a character that didn't have much to do, a character that was not developed, that really didn't have intentions of being developed. That if Chadwick would have still been alive today, would have still been a side character. So going from one movie of a movie that didn't revolve around this character at all to having to turn the movie around, the sequel, to make this character be a main point of the plot is not an easy process, which we've seen. This is a character who is a teenager. Well, was a teenager in the last movie. We're never really clear on how old she is now. I know they said 6 years passed, so she's maybe what 24ish, 25ish,
I give it
maybe.
23. I give it
No, she was like
23.
19 or 18 in the last movie. So yeah,
Really?
yeah. So like mid 20s. Um, the character in itself is not very likable. Am I wrong for saying that?
A little bit.
And the reason I say that is because we literally watched an over 2.5 hour movie about the character. And how do you feel about the character?
Fake ass coming of age story.
That's why I say she's not very likable. There's not a lot of redeeming qualities with the character because we haven't gotten a lot of time with the character. And in this movie, they didn't even have a lot of time to grow because everybody else had to have room to grow as well, including our antagonist. And I say antagonist instead of villain because he's not a villain, he's an antagonist. Uh Namor. Anyway, or Namor for the people in
My
the back. But
dog. My
anyway,
dog.
I don't want to say that she's not likable. She's just not a great character. She wouldn't be my first choice of being a protagonist in most film. So, big shoes to fill, of course. They attempted. They gave it a good college try. There are other
A
side characters that we
college
like
try.
more than the main character, and that's where the problem lies. Do you agree or disagree?
Son of Death is that dude.
I just asked a question. It was a yes or no question. I didn't ask you to go on a tangent.
Oh,
We'll talk
I'm
about him in a
sorry.
minute.
I'm jumping the gun. My fault. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
bro.
Dom
Act like you've
Trappers.
been here before.
I shall not. I'm a guest.
But you've been here before. You've literally been here before.
You made me introduce myself as if they wouldn't know me. So no, I clearly
It's
have
been a
not been
while.
here before.
I had to introduce myself too, bro. It's been a little minute. But go ahead.
I ain't got nothing to
Expound.
say.
Talk about the character.
On what?
Talk about the
Who?
character.
Who? Shuri?
Shuri. Yes. Where have you been, bro?
I
You
mean,
what you
it's
watching
partly
football?
yes. Hey, look, man.
Bro.
It's partly Shuri, and then it's a lot Letitia Wright. Letitia Wright did not want to do this movie, and it comes across clearly. Her
Right.
body language, her movements,
Even her facial
small,
expressions.
minute things, her
Yeah.
facial expressions. She did not want any parts of this movie.
And there's a clear vision of who wanted to be in this movie and who did not want to be in this movie. Angela Bassett wanted to be in this
Okoye,
movie. Queen Ramonda wanted to be in
Okoye,
this movie.
Michonne, she wanted this.
She
She
wanted this.
really wanted this,
This
and
was really
she
her
worked
moment.
for it.
This was her moment. Like she was supposed to take this and run with it, but the plot did not have her do that.
And I hate how things like when they went into the dorm room to get Shorty, and she has to be a court jester of sorts. I hated that,
They
bro.
turned her
Like,
into comedic relief. The whole moment was
yes,
comedic
like
relief.
she's the general.
Yes, she's supposed to be stern, serious, queen of the Dora Milaje. Yet she's been devolved
They're in
to the ha ha funny woman that's a fish out of water.
they're in the first one, right? In the
Yes.
first one, when they're in the police station, and Chadwick Boseman is being nice to Director Ross, and or Agent Ross, whatever, and she's like Americans so primitive because he was
Mm-hmm.
using a cell phone or something. And
Yeah.
it's like now you got her saying stuff to Shuri like, "Oh
And they
my
made a
God,
similar
is my
joke this
makeup
this time
good?"
around too. The iPhone joke. Do you remember that?
About what?
The iPhone joke. Like they literally recycled a joke, just
Oh
changed
yeah,
a
it was
little
right
bit of
before
it.
that.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. A lot of the humor or quote unquote humor did not hit with me. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about Riri Williams. Let's talk about
Who
her
that?
introduction into the MCU and how poorly it was handled.
Who is Riri Williams?
Ironheart, the chick
Oh,
from yeah, MIT.
oh, Shorty with your name.
Yeah, shorty with my name.
Why
But
you look like that?
because like
You don't want to
it's
share a
like
name with her? You-
it was cool up until Thursday when I saw the movie. You know, she was in Judas and the Black Messiah. I thought she was cool, but then
She
she kind
was.
of yeah, she was one of the Black Panthers. She was the one in the I forgot what happened. She
Oh, I
was like
remember her.
upstairs. Yeah, yeah, she was one of the young chicks.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a character who I really didn't have a lot of expectation for in this movie. I thought they were just gonna shoehorn her in to set up her show, but she had more of a part than I thought she would. She got saved by a character that did not make it, and it was a moment that I felt like could have been more. Should have had a little bit more weight to it, but just didn't do much for me.
Talking about when
Um,
the queen died?
yes,
Why you said it?
it felt like we might as well. You know what I mean? Like, of course, it's a plot device to keep the story going, but it felt like they were probably in the writers' room just saying, "Hey, we might as well just go ahead and get her out of the way. Make sure the queen by by technicality, because we know that she would not want to be queen." It was just like a matter of fact thing.
All right. Stay there. Put a pin
Think
in
of
that.
I mean, it's like a matter of fact, just like how they do with most Marvel villains. Like we're bringing in a villain that people may know and love just to kill him off in the movie. It felt almost like that, but this time with a hero to say,
Put a pin in that.
okay,
We can transition a little bit to how this, and I know we bouncing around a little bit. We can transition to how this should have been a series, and they're not giving Ryan Coogler enough. They're not giving him enough room to create. They're not allotting him the set time. I'm pretty sure if Ryan Coogler knew for a fact he was about to have he was gonna have a crack at this shit 5 times. So
mm-hmm.
let's say 3 additional movies that for sure Ryan Coogler is gonna be the director. He is gonna have a hand in the story. He has that autonomy.
Yeah,
If it's that, I think this movie goes completely different. She died.
absolutely,
She died prematurely. Like
yeah,
they tried to compact so much into 2 hours and 41 minutes. That's
yeah,
already a long movie, but they tried to put so much in that amount of time.
yeah. And this goes to my next point about one of the reasons why I just could not really mesh with the movie the way I wanted to, and that's because of the lack of focus and direction with this movie. It's like every 30 minutes they were just doing something to get somewhere to just go, just to finish the movie. Did it not feel like that to you? Like,
They in Wakanda, then
one
they go
day
to the
they were in
rig in the
Wakanda, the
Atlantic
same
Ocean.
day they go to Virginia, then the same day they go to Massachusetts, the same day they're in an
Hey,
underwater
Hayati.
location. Yeah, then the same day they're in Haiti. And it's like, huh? Like I get it. The movie has to movie, but there's better ways to move these characters along. And I don't know. I think it's a Marvelism as well because they love to do the overhead shot of a location and then have the text showing you where they are. Did it not get annoying to you in this
It
movie?
did.
One thing that annoyed me was that at first, before they introduced the Atlanteans, Namor's people, it was Wakanda font and text, and then once they get there, it's the blue, Namor people's language and text. And then after that point, for most of the rest of the movie, every time they did it was blue, except for maybe one or two times. It didn't feel consistent. I'd much rather them just do it the Wakanda text and then the fun than just do it that way the entire movie. I mean, this is Wakanda Forever after all. I think that
Trash.
was just a weird design choice.
Trash.
And there's another thing. Is it me
Okay,
or
Uncle.
do we still not have a good, clear concept of Wakanda itself?
What do you mean?
We've had two movies, and Wakanda just feels like pretty Africa. We don't know much about the secrets of Wakanda. We know very little about the previous kings and Black Panthers, but I feel like there should be a moment where they actually discuss how Wakanda came to be.
They
Like
did
what
that
we've been told
in
is
the
just what
first
we've
one.
been told. There's been nothing more.
That's all you get because this is a movie about black people. They were more respectful to the aliens in Thor Ragnarok because we got to see the king's palace. We got to see
That's what I'm
his
saying. Like Asgard
two
is
foot
was built.
wraparound dungeon.
Yeah, like Asgard was built way better as a people, as a as an actual place. Granted, it did have more movies to do so. You think with it being years later in the MCU, you can set up a place better than what you've done. You know,
They're not going to.
even I mean, granted, it may be a little bit of a cop out because Olympus is Olympus, but in Thor: Love and Thunder, we get a better sense of what Olympus is compared to what we got in for from Wakanda in two movies. Do you agree or disagree with
That's
that?
a terrible movie. That was a
I know,
terrible movie.
yeah, but for
And
real,
I
like,
like
do you
Thor.
disagree
That's
or agree with
sad.
that though?
Uh, uh
Because you got to think when they get to Olympus, we get to see Olympus, we get to see all the different kind of gods. Remember they had like the rock god, the cartoon animated god. We just got a broad sense of what's happening, and it still made more
think that
sense
you
than what
are
Wakanda does.
clouding I think you're clouding your idea because you've had more experiences with Olympus as an idea, as a theory. So in that movie particularly, it was almost like we were just seeing parts of Olympus that we already thought existed.
Or
They
this
just got a
version
face at this
of
point.
Olympus. Yeah.
Yeah, Wakanda. We truth be told, I ain't heard nothing about a Wakanda until the first Black Panther
Right.
was about to come out. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the other Avengers movies, two Avengers movies where he was mentioned and Wakanda was mentioned. But
Yeah. Civil War
other than
and
that,
what's the other one?
Infinity Wars.
Well, he was in that, so of course that was there. But even then, we didn't get to see Wakanda. We just saw a field. We
True.
saw a battle in Wakanda. And it was just field and trees.
Wakanda forever.
Okay, bro. Okay. But yeah, this movie had a clear lack of focus, direction. And like you said, it would have been better off if this wouldn't have even been this. If there just would have been a series. And within that series, you have different episodes regarding different characters. You show us some Okoye backstory, and then what she's got going on now. You show us some Shuri. You show us this and this and this. And then you get to a point where you're like, okay, we have these characters established. Let's make a movie. The first movie spent so much time establishing T'Challa as a character. He disappears in Infinity War. He comes back in Endgame, but only for what, 2 or 3 minutes. We didn't really get to see much from him. So that's when you say,
Trying
okay,
to
let's
make this
step back.
racy, but
If we want to make, huh?
I ain't trying to make this racy, but
I know. I thought
they
about it
give
as I was saying
She-Hulk
it.
they
Yeah,
give She-Hulk an entire series, and you know she's gonna have a movie. Black Panther gets two movies, and one of them is not the best. I'm trying to be
I
respectful,
get
bro.
it. I
It's
get it.
hard. This
Yeah,
like I don't want to down it because again, not to be racy. I don't want to down it because it's black people, but at the same time, this ain't our movie. The first one was our movie. That was our movie, but this ain't even our movie. If tomorrow Marvel decides, you know what, I'm tired of putting this Black Panther thing just ain't gonna work. They can cancel it, and ain't nobody else gonna make it.
and
Like
there's nothing we can do about it.
we got we got the Black Panther and Black Adam, bruh, bruh.
Talk
Bruh,
about it, bro. Talk about it.
if Black Panther is no more, we sitting with Black Adam. And I love The Rock, but I hate Dwayne Johnson. He
Mm.
is a terrible trash actor. I saw an interview just no, matter of fact, it was during the previews for Wakanda Forever, where
You got a preview for
The
Black
Rock is
Adam
like,
before
yeah,
Black
yeah,
Panther?
but the little interview, he's in the little interview, he talking about I put my all into this. This has been 10 years in the making. And I'm like,
And
bro,
it
you're
does
a
not
terrible
feel like
actor
it. It does not feel like it.
at all. Like, come on, man. What we doing?
Did you see that?
That's your dog, though. What?
Black Adam.
No. I'm gonna go see that for.
Go see it, bro.
For what?
Just go see it and say after the credits.
If it's two black men, you know I'm not gonna support. That's Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart. What?
Nothing, bro.
If it's two black
Go see
men
Black
that I'm
Adam.
not gonna
Go see
no,
Black
I'm
Adam.
not. Did
Come
I
on,
go see
man.
Jumanji?
I don't know. I did.
Come on,
Jumanji was
bro.
hard. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Did
Jumanji's like the
I go see
exception for me.
Jumanji?
I don't think so.
Exactly. Why?
It's
Because it's
Jumanji
Kevin
though.
Hart and The Rock.
Did you even like the
I
first
barely
Jumanji?
went. I barely went to see them ride along movies.
I don't think I want to go see those. I think I've waited for both of
I
those.
barely started. I barely kept watching Fast and the Furious because The Rock is a terrible actor.
Yeah, because you did watch that one online, didn't you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's a terrible actor, bro.
He wasn't even in the
And
last one. That's
they,
what's funny. He wasn't even in it, and you was like, "Yeah, no, I'm just gonna not even go to the movies to see it anyway."
bro, like
You went to go
he's
see Hobbs and
tainted
Shaw,
it.
though, didn't you?
I fell asleep.
That's rough. That's
I
rough.
slept during that. I legit was asleep. Shorty that I was with is looking at the movie with me. Like I look over at her at one point. She's awake.
Yeah.
I fall asleep. I wake up and look at her. She's already asleep. So I just go back to sleep.
Mm, that's rough.
Come on, dog.
That is rough
I paid $16 and
to fall
bought
asleep.
popcorn and soda to go to
Woo!
sleep.
Better than me. Better than me. That's rough. $16 nap. Could have got that for free.
In a
But
chair that didn't even recline.
oh yeah, that's the worst. I know you was your neck hurting?
Nah. I
Oh.
just, I thugged it
Did you
out.
lean
I
over?
slept good. No.
No. All right, let's finish up Black Panther. And then I'll talk about Black Adam because I know you haven't seen it, probably won't see
Why
it,
are we
so it
gonna
don't
talk
matter.
about Black Panther even more? Hey, let's talk about my
Let's talk
dog,
about
man.
Namor. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's get back
Let's
to the
talk
movie.
about my dog.
Go ahead. You talk about Namor.
Hey yo,
Namor.
Namor, that dude. He had wings on his ankles like the Jeremy Scotts from like 2012. Hey man, listen, the child of death. Yeah, the child
Namor.
of death. You heard? He ran that movie
Namor
from the
or
first time
Killmonger.
he act. Namor, come on, bro. Namor,
I know
come
you
on,
don't like
man,
Michael B. Jordan,
come
bro,
on.
but let's be like as characters. Let's take the actor out of it.
Hey, look, I got a question for you. How is it that this man has? I'm pretty sure his name is like on a co-starring or under a co-starring role in the credits or whatever. Of course, I didn't watch, but his name is like in the co-star credits. How he had more words than this than in movies that he actually stars in, and he was just a co-star in this.
He talked more in this than he did in Creed 1 and 2.
Come on, bro. Come on. Like, why they even gas Michael B. Jordan? I rock with him. You know, he's the it guy right now. Throw him in a movie, it's gonna do well. But let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Homeboy can't act.
He can look. He can make a face. But when it comes to bringing a scene or bringing weight to a scene, I would not rely on that man. Did you see that Without Remorse that he was in for Amazon Prime? The action movie?
That was the one where he put
When he was in
himself
the
in
jail
the
cell
car.
and he put like the water on the floor and had the dudes in there slipping and sliding.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Oh man, I watched that scene recently. I seen it pop up somewhere, and I was like, bro, that's hilarious. Had him slipping and sliding in a jail cell.
The last time Michael B. Jordan performed something proper was when he got killed in The Wire. After that, all due respect to Fruitville Station, but I've never watched Fruitville Station all the way through. I kind of refuse to, but
I've seen
at
it
the same
once,
time,
and I don't think I'll see it
son
ever
ain't
again.
been in nothing. Michael B. Jordan is a trash actor. He says 10 words and
He was
gets
in Red
paid a
Tails.
couple million
I think he
dollars.
said like 8 words in Red Tails.
Come on, dog. And the one, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Yeah,
The
what's that?
one movie that he probably had a lot of words in, we didn't watch. The one where he was the lawyer and Jamie Foxx was in it.
Oh
I
yeah, I did not
said
see. I
before it
forgot about
came
that
out,
movie.
like,
You just
bruh,
unlocked the memory
I
because I
said,
told myself like I remember before it came out, I was like, I'm gonna go check this out, and I never saw it. Never. I
I
forgot which.
said
I don't even know
before
what
it
it was
came
called.
out, like, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna support, I'm gonna go. Yeah, never happened.
I don't
Never went.
even remember what that movie was called. But I remember like seeing the trailer, and I was like, yeah, I gotta go see that. Never did. I don't think I ever heard anything
Gross.
about it. I don't know if it's good or bad.
I heard a couple people
Just
talk
Mercy
like,
is what it's
oh,
called.
just mercy.
Just
That's right.
Mercy. Check out 85 on Rotten Tomatoes. Anyway, I probably won't see it.
I'm
But
Rotten Tomatoes.
you riding
Whoa,
something.
man.
But anyway, so yeah, are you done with Black Panther? We done talking about the movie? Do you want to talk about how at the end they had like
We ain't
200
even talk about my
Wakandans?
dog. Like, what you
They
mean? We
had
ain't talk about my
200
dog like that.
Wakandans. They had 200 Wakandans on the ship, and then when she came back, there was like 13 left.
Yeah, that was kind of sad.
Like, bro, like
Yo, why
Wakanda
you
Forever, but
smiling?
it's like, bro, because
You smiling at
they
death. You
came ready.
terrible.
They came so ready, but they were not
You're a
ready at
terrible
all.
individual, sir.
I'm not, bro. We're
You're a
talking about a
terrible
film.
individual.
We're talking about a fictional film. It's a comic book movie.
You are
Bro,
laughing
they showed up with like 200 Wakandans on a ship, ready to fight. They fought. Once that
and
ship got
died.
destroyed, I wasn't gonna go there, but yeah, they died. And Black Panther and Namor do their fight, and then they come back united as one team. And she goes, Wakanda Forever. There's like 13 people. And that's including
Bro.
Mbaku, Ironheart, okay, and a few other people. The main
You
ones.
talking about let's
Everybody
move
else
on.
is dead.
We're not gonna
So
talk about the great gorilla.
man ape fella.
I Mbaku.
All right, bro. But yeah, we could talk about him. I feel like he should have had more to do in this movie.
They turned him into a court jester.
Yeah.
I told you.
They had
I told you what my favorite part was from the first one. When he talking to Ross and he's like, "Silence before I feed you to my children," and the nigga look nervous and then he like, "Don't be scared. We're
we're
vegetarians." That's
vegetarians.
great dry humor, bro.
Absolutely. There was none of that here. It was surface level comedy here.
You know what it was?
And
Like
then
it wasn't even
he
surface level
randomly
comedy.
had to be a mentor figure for a quick second. You remember how weird that was? When he came up to her and he was like, "Look, your brother would not want you to do this." I was like, "Bro, how would you
And
know?"
she referred back to the little Easter egg, a child who scoffs at tradition.
Yep.
I don't know, man. This should have been a more serious role for him. It's like I get it. They tried to not make this movie emotionally heavy.
Yeah.
Had they made this movie emotionally heavy, it
Think
would
do
have
you
been
think it
a
would have made
better
for a better
movie.
film? Yeah.
Yes, if everybody was
And
actually because
here's the thing, like
if we
that's
be for real here, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like that's what we thought going into this watching the first trailer. We were thinking that this was going to be an emotionally heavy movie. We thought this was possibly going to be a shift in the MCU, and in the end, it just turned out to be another Marvel movie, which is
Nigga,
rough to say,
More
but that's it.
Endgame had more emotion, and no one that we really know dies.
I mean, Iron Man died.
Chadwick Boseman died and they low key tried to pour sugar onto his legacy as Black Panther.
And that's why I wanted to talk about the beginning with like the way it felt. Did it feel kind of just put in last minute? And they were like, let's throw in this scene
What do
of
you
her
mean?
trying to cure him from being sick. Did that scene hold any weight to you?
No,
When
because
she's
look,
in the
all right,
lab and she's got the balls and she's trying to fix the DNA and stuff. Did you feel anything from that?
no, because it's the whole trying to stuff too much into one movie, bruh.
Yeah.
We they could have had like they could have had like uh, a Dragon Ball Z staying type of thing where he's sick, so somehow he has transformed into a panther or something, or
Yep.
anything to where we could see a semblance of a body, and then you send in Angela Bassett to be like,
The cleanup crew.
Shuri, I need to talk to you. Computer, what's my brother's heart rate? Like, my nigga, he
Yeah.
dead. We
Yeah.
know this. We know he gonna be dead. But actually, that was another part of how you know she didn't want to do this. She
Mm-hmm.
did not like there was no real emotion there. Like I
No.
felt nothing. Even art, another thing. I know you saw on Twitter when it first dropped, how everybody like, yeah, they did such a good job by the theaters were silent whenever there was these tributes to Chadwick Boseman as Black
Yeah.
Panther. It was just completely silent in the theater. That shit was happening, and I wasn't feeling anything, bro. I felt
It,
nothing
and
because
here's the thing,
it
bro.
didn't look genuine or feel genuine. It was just something that they did.
I felt bad because I was eating popcorn and drinking my water when I was watching this movie. And the whole time that was happening, I'm sitting there munching my popcorn. I did not realizing, like, oh, everybody being quiet. And then, they show the Marvel logo thing and it's all Chadwick. And that's when I'm like, oh, nobody's saying anything. Everybody's being quiet. I don't hear any popcorn being eaten. I don't hear any straws and cups. I don't hear any ice shaking. That sounds like, oh, let me put my popcorn down so I don't ruin this for anybody else. But I think I just kept eating my popcorn because I didn't feel anything. I was just like, okay, well, you know, there was
And
no
I
weight or
keep having to
gravitas
go
to that
back.
scene.
This isn't Ryan's fault. Ryan is a great actor.
No, no,
All
no.
the criticism I have
It's
is
many
not
other
for
factors.
Ryan.
It's many other factors. Money being one of those factors. The studio saying, okay,
What do
yeah,
you
let's
mean
do
money?
this. We need to capitalize on this and make more money. At the end of
Hmm,
the day, that's what it had to be. They had a phase to complete.
true.
And, they got the movie out in time. I did not think it was going to be released. I thought they were going to delay it again, but they did not. We got the film. Now we have what, Ant-Man next? And that movie might be better than this movie
I don't think so. The trailer started out looking good. It looked
for
like it
Ant-Man.
was gonna be another fun, heartfelt Ant-Man. And then it's like they're going to another dimension. I get it. I
But here's the
get it.
thing.
You started something with the whole
Here's the thing, though. They are setting up Kang. And I think that's when the MCU has worked best. When they were setting up Thanos, the MCU was working best. When there's a big overarching villain, you know, and then there's all these little pieces happening underneath this person's presence, that's when the MCU is at its best. That's what they're going for again. They're going to have Avengers movies with Kang in it. They're going to do Ant-Man. They're trying to set up Young Avengers, which, if that's our last hope, bro, we going to die. If the Young Avengers is our last hope, bro, it's over with,
I hope you're ready for it to be over.
bro. If a building is falling on me, I'm not banking on freaking Kate Bishop to come save me.
Come on, dog. Why you do
I'm
this?
not. I'm not banking on that. You know?
No, I don't. I'm
Yeah,
not
you do,
I'm
bro.
not about
Like,
to follow up
if
with
if
you.
you if you in some big trouble, like if you about to get killed by a villain, bro, you're not looking for Miss Marvel. You're not even looking for Captain Marvel.
I mean
Let's be real.
but I like Captain Marvel though.
Oh, you don't.
I'm like the only person in the world that like Captain Marvel.
Kudos to
That
you,
movie
bro.
was not terrible.
Yes, it was.
It was entertainment.
I
That
fell
was not a
asleep.
terrible movie.
I fell asleep, and I don't even fall asleep. I told you about that, right?
Like I said, you're not reintroducing this. You're going to know where we started at. You're not about to do that. No, we're not about to be goofy and be
I
scripted and all that
told
other.
y'all he
No,
was going to
no,
open up.
no, no,
He just
no.
opened up like a
You are
young
not doing
teenage
the
girl
whole.
at a Waffle House. He just opened up. Proceed. Let's talk about
I could
Namor.
have been very disrespectful just
Me
now.
too.
But I'm gonna
Let's
let
talk
you be
about
great.
Namor. Let's talk about Namor.
I ain't worried about you being disrespectful. That's my dog. Hey, look,
Talk
man.
about him.
Um,
Jesus Christ.
he is not
Jesus
to be
Cristo.
trusted. Puncha
Proceed.
pendejo. He is not to be trusted.
Pinche punta.
That's
Go ahead.
that's
Yep. Go
cabrón.
ahead. Go ahead.
He
Pendejo. Keep going, bro. Let's
huevo mi
go.
culo. Huevo mi culo.
No,
He
thank
is
you. But
not
go
to be
ahead.
trusted. He is not to be trusted is the
Mierda.
biggest thing. But you die. Anyway, he he's a good character.
He's a
I feel like
flawed
he should
character.
get
He's a
which
flawed
makes him
character.
good.
Exactly.
Which makes him good.
Exactly.
He cannot see
Most
his
good characters are
face.
flawed characters. That's why I say that.
Yes. He he evoked emotion from me. He's an actor number one. What's up, Letitia Wright? How you doing? He's an actor and he acted. He wasn't trying to do this or trying to do that or what he thought this character was supposed to be. He made Namor his
He just
own.
did it.
Whoever homeboy, whoever homeboy is, I don't know him, but he
Somebody
did a good
actor?
job though. Yeah.
Teno Huerta, something is his name. He was in the first time I seen him in was the most recent Purge movie where he played a Mexican
Mm,
dude.
clearly.
All right, bro. Okay. But
But nah,
proceed. Let's continue talking
he
about Namor.
um
So when it came to his story, what exactly
it's
brought the
great.
emotion for
It was
you?
great.
Would you say?
You know me, the I said, you know me, the fact that his mom died, that's number one.
Yeah.
Um, number two, because he was a badass, bro. My favorite part is when they go in to bury his mama, and the the
He
the
comes out the water
the
and sees
slave,
slavery happen.
yeah, and the slaver is like demon child, and like that's how he gets his name and all of that. But as
Yeah.
he's cursing him, Namor kills him.
Yeah.
I rock with dude. Like he took that. He took yeah, he did that.
Mm-hmm. What about his motives for attacking the surface dwellers? Do you agree with that notion at all?
Yes and no, because he's doing what he's doing what any person formerly of bondage would do.
Yes.
Granted, he was not of bondage directly, but his mom was from the surface world. She was from the very place that there were slaves. So had
Yeah.
she not been forced to go underwater, she's 9 times out of 10 gonna be a slave herself. So
Yep.
yeah. Um I just think that he was able to guide this movie in a way that I didn't think was gonna happen. But this goes back to, and I'm sorry I keep harping on it, but this goes back to Letitia Wright not wanting to do this movie.
Right.
Dude who played Namor
Wanted to be here.
really like I felt that he wanted to kill this.
Yeah. I watched an interview and the actor was like, he didn't see this coming at all. He said it's a dream. And he said in the interview that he was going to take advantage of this role.
As he should have.
Which,
As
yeah,
he
like
should
you
have,
said,
because he
as he
gonna get
should. Because, like I said, the first thing I saw him in was the Purge movie. You've never seen a Purge movie or that Purge movie. So if it weren't for
I'm
this
about to
movie,
say I
you'd
have
have
seen
no
it.
idea who that guy is.
True,
So
very true.
I hope that I hope that Tino Cuerta's career continues to escalate. I'm really interested in his story to see how far this goes.
Elevate, elevate.
I'm
All right, I'm
interested to
sorry.
see where Namor goes in the rest of the story.
Yo, so he is gonna
Whether he's
stab
friend or
Shuri
foe.
in the he gonna stab Shuri in the back
Oh yeah,
the
he's waiting
first
on that.
chance he get.
Yeah.
And I like how they tried to ask when they were asking M'Baku about him before going to battle, and Shuri is like, we'll leave in the morning and all that. She ready to go to war. She wanted to talk to him by herself.
Yeah.
It was funny to me how she she basically saying like, I can take him, like I can beat him. And
Hmm.
Baku sitting over there like, I don't think we can do this. And
Yeah,
it
he
wasn't
started doubting
made mention
everything once he
of
got
like
punched in the chest. He started doubting
exactly.
everything, as a
He done
normal human
he done
being would do.
felt he done felt that power before, like,
And he
I
overestimated it
don't
too.
think I
That's
can.
another thing. Like he thought, yeah, oh, it's just a fish dude. I can go up to him and hit him. When he swung that
He
stick and
said,
it broke,
Fishman.
yes, like he
Oh,
was
that was
mad.
tough.
He was super
That was
excited and
tough.
was like, yeah, I got this. His stick broke. And then his armor got punched off his body. Granted, he just got up and walked away from it. But still, he was able to see, like, okay, yeah, this dude is nothing to play with. Let me go back
That
to
made
my
me
little
feel like
corner in the
Vegeta.
mountains and talk to my homeboys about it.
I felt real Vegeta-ish.
I always still thought it was
Seeing
funny
his
how they
armor
were
break
like,
like that.
I thought it was funny how they were like, yeah, if somebody would have been at the water, then Namor wouldn't have got in. But when they were like, everybody was in the city, it's just like him and three of his homeboys just up there talking junk about everybody. Like, bro, if one of them would have been out there that night, they would have got dealt with.
Easily. Like Fishman is not to be played with, bro.
Right. And we saw that numerous times.
Yeah.
He took out several Wakandan airships by himself.
Bro, when Shuri took the wings off his she took the
He
wings
said,
off his ankle
"Oh,
though.
I
That
love
boy
he felt that, bro,
screamed,
because
son.
you know how like we were kids, we had scooters. Remember hitting a scooter on your ankle? I have
Yeah,
felt like I imagined that
yeah.
pain, but like worse because something's getting ripped off. I was like, yeah, I screamed my dad for sure.
Bro, he was hurting. That really touched him. Hey yo,
Yeah.
side note, the Vikings may have just blown this game with the Bills because they missed a field
Mm.
goal. It's 27-23, 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I know y'all don't talk about sports here, but
Um,
yeah.
I mean, you
Anyway,
can start talking about sports if you want to. If you want to have the conversation about
yo,
them. Any
you're not Joe Budden and you're not about to give me a show.
y'all, when I say that this man right here, this man over here to my right, when I tell y'all that he is my biggest hater, I absolutely mean it. This is somebody that I would call a friend if they were just a little bit better, you know? Well, now I'm lying, y'all. This is
Who's your
my best
biggest
friend.
motivator? Oh,
I don't know
Damo!
if I have one, bro. Besides my mama, of course. But
All right,
like, you
okay.
don't
Yep.
motivate me. You know what I mean? You do the opposite.
Okay.
You do the
No, I don't.
opposite. No, I'm just kidding.
Mm-mm.
You motivate me to be a better person than you. I will say that. In the same way that it works for somebody else that we talk about, it's the same thing. That's why I compare the two of you.
Why am I your friend, bro?
Oh
Like
boy. But
why?
yeah, you motivate me to be better than you. But yeah, so final thoughts on Black Panther. Let's go ahead and get this movie out of the way.
Yo, why we
Uh
gotta stop talking about Black Panther, man?
you said that you wanted to finish
It,
talking about it like 20 minutes ago.
it was not a very good movie. I'm invested, so of course I will watch if there was another one, but I don't
Of
think
course.
Letitia Wright wants to do this anymore.
Of course not.
I think that's another thing that Disney is gonna have to worry about. Shorty might wake up one morning and be like, she's one of those artsy fartsy house full of Hebrew Brentleys type of person. She might wake up one morning and be like, yo, I don't want to do this no more. I'm good.
And then that'd be up to Disney to figure out
And
how to handle it.
exactly.
But I
And
think Disney would also
I,
be the type of company to take her. I was gonna say black butt, but I think they'd take her to court if she
I
did that.
don't think
I
so. And
think that
here,
would be the. I think that would be the one actor and actress they would be harsh on. Scarlett Johansson
but
asked for more
here's
money, and she got more money. I think if Letitia Wright would have asked for anything, they'd say no. If she left the movie, they take her to court.
but she doesn't strike me as the money type
But
of
I also
person.
think
I
I think they do this too. If she said no, they just replace her like they did Terrence Howard.
That's
I
different.
think they just like not
But
say anything and then they just replace her.
I mean, we talked about it though. Like there are
Yeah, there are several black young women that could play this role. You know who would
I
be
think
dope?
I was talking
You know, I
last.
thought about it last night. You know who
Who
would be dope? China and
who
McClain. Shorty
who
from
that?
Daddy's Little Girls, the youngest one. She was in the most recent Black
Oh,
Lightning
her.
show. I think she'd do good with this
I
role.
forgot she was an actress.
Yeah, I think she would do pretty good in this role.
Even beyond
Personally,
that,
me personally.
let's say we keep Letitia Wright in as Shuri, but someone else becomes Black Panther. Bruh,
M'Baku. Let M'Baku be Black Panther.
Lupi, he has the size, and he wants to be
He
Black
wants to
Panther.
be a
Pause
leader.
on the size
He's
comment.
he's he fought
Yeah,
to be a Black Panther in the last movie.
he is a leader. I mean,
Right.
shit.
So I think he
But
would be my first
um,
choice.
Lupita would kill as Black Panther.
But she got a kid to raise.
Okoye would kill as Black Panther.
She's one of the what's the name now, so that kind of rules her out. The
Daniel
Midnight
Kaluuya
Daughter,
would
whatever they're called.
Midnight Angel, I think is what she
Remember
said,
the
if
two
I'm not
suits that
mistaken.
her and her sister wore?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Midnight Angel. I
yeah.
think
So
I
yeah,
think that's what they
that's
said.
what I said.
Midnight Angel.
I think so. But yeah, that kind of rules her
Um,
out. What were you saying about Daniel Kaluuya? He didn't show up this time.
even him, like
And
the
they brought
nigga
that
could
up
play
too. Did
Black
you hear them
Panther
break
and
that?
do a good
Did you hear them
job.
bring that up in the movie? When they
Uh,
were
uh,
like,
oh yeah,
when she
yeah,
was
yeah,
being
yeah. When
stripped, and they were like,
he
"Where's
can
your
be
husband now?"
seen.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you can go and see him, but I can't go see my son, some shit like that. Yeah.
yeah.
But nah, and you made mention of Lupita as a kid to raise. Bruh,
Mm-hmm.
how 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 you how like
I'm gonna say it
I
the
get
same
it.
way. I'm gonna say it the same way I said it last night. How does a character get pregnant by the king of a rich country? He disappears because of an alien. You leave that country not saying bye to anybody with child, and you go to Haiti and raise said child and still not speak to anybody for 6 years until his
Number
mom
one.
comes and checks on you.
Number one. Say Haiti. She is in
Haiti.
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 She is in Haiti.
Why
I
class
know
said Haiti?
Haitians that say I'm from Haiti. I know Haitians that say I'm from Haiti.
I know, bro. It's it's an inside joke. Don't that brand new. But anyway,
Anywho.
she goes to Haiti and raises her prince of a son, Toussaint, T'Challa Jr.
I heard that you can keep great secrets. So you want to know a secret? Little dude had a list. He reminded me of Elijah
Bro, like
because of the list, really.
I told you about it last night, didn't I? When we were watching that scene, and like I think everybody in
What?
the theater that I was with, they were over the movie at this point. But the little kid laughs in the movie, and some dude in the back of my theater
Oh
goes,
yeah.
he goes, "This little nigga laughing," and bro, I almost lost it because like I was on the same type of time, and like bro, like yeah, I don't see anything funny. I didn't smile at the end of the movie. That was the
He
weirdest
didn't
walk back to my
smile.
car. I was just like, that was it.
It just
And then I
I
got
don't know,
called.
man.
I ended up having to hold the door for everybody. That's what's crazy too,
Why are you such a nice guy? Like,
bro. Because like the movie ended, of course, for some reason when the movie ends, people still walk out immediately when the credits start. They didn't even stay for the mid credits. The rest of us that did, we all ended up staying for to see what was if there was going to be anything after the credits, besides them saying Black Panther will return again or whatever. But so yeah, it was like I was walking, I was trying to get out so I didn't have to hold the door. This dude in front of me and his girl walked through the door, and I think he did it on purpose. He kind of threw the door back at me. Pause. He threw the door back at me, and I had to catch it. And there was like women behind me. There's an old lady, and I got stuck. I was not gonna give the door to the old lady,
why not?
bruh. I love old ladies.
Hey, yo, I love old women too, boy.
Right. So
Hey,
don't
you
hey yo
seen
me
that?
for that. Chill out, bro.
Nah. See, you on
Nah,
another
bro.
type of time.
If
Did you
if
see that
if if
Luenell got
I'm
an OnlyFans now?
if I'm anywhere, bro, and the old lady says, "Hey, can you help me with this?" I'm gonna help her.
Yeah, I ain't
If an
doing
old
that. But
lady
did you
has a
see that?
body in her trunk and I don't know it, and she comes up to me and she goes, "Hey, can you help me with this?" You know,
You bugging. You bugging. No, I don't.
you
You
gonna run
bugging.
away?
Hey, look,
You
Poppy
gonna
ain't
run
no
away from an
snitch. I
old
ain't
lady with
seen
a body
nothing.
in her trunk?
Poppy ain't no snitch. I ain't
You are
seen
wild for
nothing.
that one,
I
bro.
ain't
You
seen
are
no
wild.
body. I ain't
You
seen
are
her.
wild.
I ain't seen that trunk. I ain't seen nothing. But hey, look though,
Okay,
you seen that Lunel got an OnlyFans now?
bro. I
I
seen
got
that.
$5 for her.
Okay, bro.
I got $5 for her. I want if she's showing Black Cat, I got $5 for her.
Black Panther. If she's
At
showing
least
Black Panther,
once.
you on board.
Her thing was like $5 per month. I'll get one $5 so I can see what she doing. If it's you know what I'm saying, if Black Panther is present, I pay $5 just to see, and then after that, she wouldn't get no money from me.
So you fiving out.
Pretty much.
Okay. But yes, to wrap up Black Panther Wakanda Forever, it's not the movie that the trailer set it up to be. It's not the movie that the surrounding elements brought it up to be. It's a movie made out of care for the deceased, but everything else in the middle of that over 2.5 hours just did not mesh well. And it did not make for a great film overall. From characters being
Shout out to
in one place going to the next place, characters getting more screen time than others. This movie could have done without Ross's character at all. He could have come back in a show or something. That would have been okay. I didn't need to see them. I didn't need to see him. I didn't need to see the director, whatever her name.
Glassy.
Huh?
Glassy.
What do you mean?
Dr. Glassman.
Oh yeah, it was good seeing him. Oh yeah,
He out here working, boy.
if um if y'all have a PS5 and don't have God of War Ragnarok, I don't know what you're waiting on. I finished it yesterday. Finished the game yesterday. The actor, I forgot his name. I need to look him up. I need to stop calling him Dr. Glassman. But the actor who, let me, you know what? I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna be respectful. Um,
Yeah, find out his name. Find out. Hey, Dr. Sean Murphy.
Richard Schiff. Richard Schiff. If you are listening to this, you're getting your flowers today, sir, because
You
you've
gonna get
been
flowers after
in
this.
The Good Doctor. You were phenomenal. You've been in Ballers, which is the show that stars Dwayne The Rock Johnson that I actually liked. He was great in that show. He was phenomenal in God of War Ragnarok, and like in almost a role that I just didn't see coming. Like I yelled at my TV when I seen him on the screen. That's when I sent you the picture of it and let you know, bro. Because I was like, he sounds familiar. And then I seen his face. Like I looked at him, I was like, that has to be him. Lo and behold, it was him. Just for him to pop back up in Wakanda Forever, granted, a very minor role, but it's good seeing his face. So Richard Schiff, shout out to you. You get your flowers here on the Dom Trap.
Hmm.
Wakanda Forever
He ain't
still
me.
6 out of 10.
Hey, where my flowers at? Walk in your trap and take over your trap. Hey,
I don't know
walk
what
in
that
your trap
means.
and take over your trap.
But
Where
anyway,
my flowers
God
at?
of War Ragnarok, phenomenal game. I'm glad I spent the hours to play it. I'm glad that I got to play it very, very soon, so it would not get spoiled for me. All the waiting, all the muting of the words on social media, the hours of playing, they were all worth it for that conclusion. I'm ready to see if the story continues, but if not, I'd be okay as well. Very great game. Probably the best game I played all year, story wise. Um, any upcoming movies that you're looking forward to?
Oh, I need to see The Woman King. I haven't watched that
I
yet,
still
but I
need to
need
see
to see
that
that.
too. I still have to see
I
that.
need to see The Woman King.
There's a movie called The
John
Menu
Wick 4.
that comes out next week. Looking
I
forward to
don't know what
that
it's
one.
about.
The new Knives Out sequel is coming out next week as well, I think, in limited theaters. So
Bruh, you need to watch Knives Out, bruh. Bruh,
I
watch
don't know what that
Knives Out,
is.
bruh.
But
That's a
anyway,
hard movie.
um Avatar comes out this year. Avatar Way of the Water. Sequel to one of the highest grossing films of all time. Did you ever see the
Haven't
first
seen the
Avatar?
first one.
You never
Nope.
seen it? Okay. I've seen
Nope.
it.
And don't
I've
plan
seen it
on it.
years ago. I seen it like, of course, I seen it when it came out in theaters, but I think I've seen it maybe once then. I wanted to go back and see it when they re-released it this September, but I never made it. So I'm interested to see if this movie turns out to be anything. Hopefully, it's something. I mean, it's been what, over a decade since the last movie. We already know they have. Well, they're supposed to have three more movies lined up after this one. So we'll see if Jim Cameron can pull it off and make one of the best sequels of all time, or if this movie can get sequelitis and not be even as great as the first one.
It'll be trash. I'm sure of it.
Either way, I'm excited to see what becomes of it. I feel like the story and the lore is there. Let's just see if the second movie can capitalize on all of that. But yeah, John Wick Chapter 4. Did you watch the trailer?
I did.
What do you think? What are your thoughts on the trailer?
It didn't do much for me, but it really didn't do anything. Like,
Just more John Wick.
yeah,
That's what I liked
like
about it. Don't do
I
anything
could have
crazy.
went
Don't change it.
without
Don't change a lot up. Just more John Wick.
finish this shit with a bang, even if this ain't the finishing
No,
point
they got
or the finish
a
line.
spinoff coming out too called The Ballerina. And I think there's another spinoff called The Continental about the hotel. So, and I think there
The
were also talks this
Continental.
past week of them making an actual John Wick game, like a AAA game,
They
which would be
should.
kind of dope.
It
I think that'd be
would.
kind of dope. Do you actually? I
Yo,
know there's another game called I think it's called John Wick Hex. It's like a cell shaded 3D kind of game. I don't think it really did well. But if they do like an actual third person shooter story game, John Wick, that's an easy $70 out of my pocket. Easy
ah,
$70. You got a good story. You put in like good gunplay. I'm there. I'm there.
ah.
Give me a
Hey, the
reason to buy a
Vikings about
game.
to win this game.
About to win. What's the score?
23 to 27. The Vikings on the goal line. It's like a minute and 10 seconds left.
Are you playing any fantasy this year?
No.
Why not?
I I I don't I have the time, but I don't have the time basically. Like
I
to
feel that.
set rosters and keep up with shit like that. I ain't Hey, Justin Jefferson, that boy. He that boy. Justin Jefferson gets
Yeah,
30 on him like he
he is one
12
of
or
them
something.
this year, right? He's one of them guys.
He been one, but I mean, just watching this game right now, the way he's showing up, he
Yeah.
one of them.
Okay.
Because that boy show like he out there showing up. And Kirk my Kirk, my second cousin, is throwing him the ball.
Your second cousin.
That's gonna be all over
Kirk
Sports Center.
Cuzzo.
As I say, Kirk, my second cousin, as I say this man's name, he has a blunder of all blunders. It was butt fumble level type embarrassment.
Mm.
He got hyped the ball and he fell. Like he
Yeah,
just
that's rough.
fell.
That one's
Hey
rough.
man.
Golly, bro.
That's gonna be all over Sports Center.
Who else is playing today?
Anyway,
Are
I
y'all playing
think the
this week?
Cowboys and the Packers.
Or y'all
No,
got a
we got
bye
a bye
week?
week. We got a bye
Y'all been
week.
kind of killing it though. I'm kind of proud of y'all.
I appreciate that, Damo.
Bro, why you look at me like you didn't believe me?
I didn't say I
I'm
didn't
proud of y'all
believe you.
boys,
I
man.
just
I'm
said I
not you, bro.
appreciate.
I'm not gonna hate you for no reason. I'm gonna give y'all props whenever it's due. So, like I said, I'm proud of y'all boys this year. I'm gonna just
Thank
leave
you.
it at that.
I,
Oh, you see
thank
my
you.
shirt? I don't think I ever showed it to you.
No,
I don't think I sold it to you. But it's
you rapping
Parappa. It's
cool.
Parappa the Rapper.
Who?
Parappa the
Who
Rapper.
that?
Uh,
Who that?
he's a puppy dog. It's an old PlayStation game. It's a rhythm based game. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. You remember that game for
Oh, I'm
real?
sorry. No, I don't.
I'll send you a photo and let me know if you remember it.
I already
But
told
yeah,
you I
it was
don't.
an old PlayStation 1 game where you play as a dog, and his first rap master is a karate man who's this onion, and he raps. Why are you smiling like that, bro? What is it,
I
man?
don't remember, man. I don't remember, bro. I'm sorry.
You laughing at me because I like Parappa the Rapper?
I don't remember, bro. I'm sorry. Hey, look, man.
What's
Hey,
up?
look. So is 21 Savage the cheat code or nah?
Um, so you want to talk about the album?
We ain't gotta talk about the album at all. I just want to make mention that 21 Savage and Drake went for 404, the biggest selling rap album this year.
Um, it's Drake. It's Drake.
But Drake went for a couple hundred, if that his last release. He got with
We
this
were
nigga
not
21
listening
and
to
put
that
out.
album, bro. We were not
We
listening to
weren't.
Honestly Never Mind. That's why it
But
did that bad.
bruh, the man got with 21 and put out he sold 400 of them things with 21.
Drake does
And
what
if we
Drake does
keep it
best. There's
G,
a if there's an artist, in particular a
hey,
trap
but look
artist,
though, bruh.
he will link with said artist and make some great music. He did the same with Future.
But but look, bruh.
Peak Future.
21 got out there and sold 400 with this nigga.
Yep.
And 21
Was it
ain't had no
400 or
drop off.
350?
It was 404. That's what they're
Okay.
slated to do, 404. Hey,
Okay.
look, 21 ain't had no drop off. Since we started listening to 21 Savage, he has only elevated. Come
Yeah.
on.
What album was that? That was golly, what's the name of the album,
Young
Greg?
Savage, why you trapping so hard?
What was that? What was
Why
the
you got a
mixtape
12
that was
car
on?
garage? I don't
Huh?
remember. I don't
Remember, because
remember.
like we heard that, and me and you both at
So
first when we
much
first
dope.
heard it, we were both
I
like,
didn't.
bro, this is whatever. We were like, this is not even it. It took some
Week
time for
later, I
that
walked.
savage mode. It was on savage mode. I remember pretty plainly, bro. Like me and you were with Keenan. Keenan played the album, and me and you were both like, bro, this kind of sucks. And I think we listened to it more and more after we heard it that first initial time, and we were
By
both doing
ourselves,
the blue. Yo, Savage, why you
didn't
trapping
say a
so
word to
hard?
each other.
Blue.
I remember walking in your room and I'm doing that, and you like, bro, you like that too? I'm like, hey,
Bro,
that shit
yes,
hard. Like,
right. And like,
it
you
wasn't
know,
supposed to be hard.
no, we were not meant to like that, but we did, and we liked
Because
several of his other releases.
before that, all we had to go off of was pew, 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 pew.
What was that one song? I'm on that set. That's Slaughter Gang shit,
Slaughter gang
Murder Gang
shit,
shit,
murder gang
Take a
shit.
Nigga
That's
bitch.
hard now.
Yeah, now it is, but at
Before I
first we
thought
were
that
like,
shit
bro,
was
we are not
trash.
listening to this when we go back to our room. Until we did.
I'll just fuck it on my ex bitch. I'll just fuck it on my ex bitch. That
Right.
shit was hard. That
So
nigga
like,
21, that dude.
and then like with the career that he's had, with him being from the UK, he British, and like
Ah, bro,
Drake
don't do
kind of
that.
being British too. You know, it kind of makes sense on that front too.
Because his baby mama is European. Is that what you're trying to get at?
Nah, because he be trying to speak French Canadian,
Okay.
you know?
I think you're
So
just trying to make fun of the fact that Drake got a European baby mama.
I'm not doing that. I'm not making fun of nobody baby
I
mama,
think
bro.
I think that's what you're doing.
I ain't making fun of nobody baby mama.
I think that's what you're doing.
Not doing that.
I'm just saying.
But
Hey,
what do
look,
you give that album if you had to score it
what? How many
for
songs is
loss?
it?
Or no, 16 songs.
16.
Yep.
I I give it a I give it a college B. So it could be a 90. It's probably a 90. The reason I
So you
say
like it a
that
lot.
is because
And this is the one
yeah,
that
the
I
first
didn't
two
think
songs,
that you would like a whole lot. I thought that you would listen to it and be like, nah, it's all right. I'm surprised to hear that you like it.
uh,
Because before it
after
came
the
out,
first
I
two
was like, bro, you
songs,
gonna listen to it? And you didn't like jump out of your seat and say, yeah. You were like, yeah, but not for this reason.
shit,
But I'm
you'd
glad
be
that you like the music.
surprised.
I'm glad you
You'd
liked
be
it.
surprised if I told you I ain't listened to King's Disease 3 yet, and it's been
I
out
haven't
since
either.
Friday.
Yeah, I haven't
I
heard it
have not
either.
listened to it yet.
I played like 20 seconds of the intro, and I think I turned it off.
I ain't even did that yet. 21, can you do something for me?
But
And I hate
I
that
think
song. I
I'm
hate the
about the
first two
same.
songs.
Yeah, I'm about the same. I'm like a B minus, I think. Good effort.
After them first two, shit get real after them first
That's
two.
when it picks up, and it does drop off again, but it does pick back up by the end.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of my favorites would have to be Back Outside Boys, um, P
Back
and
outside,
Millions.
boy.
Told us 70 on the strip, I'm
Come
ready
on
to
now.
slide. I like that song. I like Spin About You.
Middle of the you gotta fuck
Uh,
with middle of the ocean. That's my
yeah,
shit.
of course. I like Hours in Silence. I don't really like Treacherous Twins like that.
That's
Circle
pretty
Loco is
hard.
cool. I wish that the sample was done a little bit better, but what can I say? It's already been released. I like P and Millions.
Hey,
I like Broke
what
Boys,
time on
Middle of the
Glenwood?
Ocean,
What time
Jumbotron shit
what time on
popping.
Glenwood?
I like More M's, 3 a.m. on Glenwood, and I guess it's F Me. I wish the mixing on the last song was a little bit better. It sounds unfinished, but it's still a good song nonetheless.
40 had COVID, man. What you expect?
All right, bro. No more excuses for neither one of them. No more excuses, bro.
40 had COVID,
Larry
nigga.
June, get out here and just drop music, bro. I can't keep giving everybody excuses, man. Bodie
Oh, this
James gets
man
out
Larry
here, he
June.
drops classic music. I can't give everybody excuses no more, bro. Benny the
This
Butcher got
man
shot
Larry
and he was
June.
putting out music.
All right, so look, before you go, right? Yeah, I'm about to end your own podcast for you.
No,
Before
you're
you
not.
go,
I was about
is
to end it
the
anyway because we got 7 more minutes of this
nah.
recording. So I'm ending
All
my
right, real
podcast.
quick.
I'm ending my
Nah,
podcast
hold up,
called The
hold up.
Dom Trap. If you want to end the podcast, you can create your own podcast, Bucko. Or,
No,
you know,
seriously
there's
though.
other meanings. But anyway, let's go ahead. Talk about what you got to talk about.
Seriously though. Last thing. And you about to talk. I'm about to be quiet. Last thing. Your boy Drake bet 2 million on he bet 2 million on on
Oh, 21.
Spellbinder.
Oh, he did what?
He bet 2 million on Spellbinder
For what?
last night. I'm saying his
Oh, you
name wrong
saying
on purpose. Come on,
Spellbender.
bro.
That dude's name is Stylebender. I told you this. That's why you confused me. I'm like, bro, what is Spellbender? What are you talking about?
He
The
bet two
man's
million on
name is
Spellbinder.
Stylebender. Say it with me.
Nah,
Style.
nah. His name's Spellbender.
Stylebender. Stylebender. He spent
Hey, look,
he put 2 million on that man.
he put 2 million on him. That's why he lost.
That's rough, bro.
And he was
You
in
know why else they
control.
lost?
He was in control
You know why else they lost? He took a
because he
picture
ain't just
with
go ahead
Francis
and finish it.
Ngannou. He took a picture with Francis Ngannou and Kamaru Usman, and they were doing the Wakanda Forever salute before the match, just for him to get beat up.
He could have if that would have just finished out, he would have won. But he didn't finish it.
He
It's
couldn't
like he
take
was
those
just trying
hits.
to.
He could not take those hits, bro. He got rocked
But
one
the
good
nigga didn't
time.
even
He
really.
got rocked right
And
here.
that was it.
And that was it. He cannot take punches, bro. He can drag a fight out. His last maybe 4 or 5 matches have been the most boring matches I've ever seen him fight. But when it comes to taking a punch, especially when he doesn't see it coming, it's over. And we've seen that already. We've seen him be knocked out already. And last night was a clear example of him just not being able to take punches.
He pull you out to that deep end, drag that shit out. But
yeah, he will go 25 minutes in a fight. He will go 25 minutes with anybody. But if you land one good one and you continue to swing, that's all it takes. And that's what a lot of fighters have trouble doing. They have a lot of trouble actually touching this man because he is quick on his feet and he has good body movement. So it was a good fight to watch. Last night's event was a good event. I hate that I'm having to give y'all UFC analysis because I don't normally do this, but you brought it out of me, I guess. But last night's event was really good. I really enjoyed the event. I loved Dustin Poirier's fight. I did think he was going to get beat by Chandler, but he pulled it out. That was a bloodfest, and I loved every second of it. I love the trade between them being on their feet and being on the ground. I loved how they just were showing that they deserve to be in that weight class. Frankie Edgar, he finished out. I would say strong, but he did get knocked out. Every fighter has that moment where even Anderson Silva had that moment. You know, he tried to come back and say, okay, this is my last hurrah. came out, got knocked out. What can you do? Fight Jake Paul next, which is what he did, and still lost. Got bread though. Got bread. But with that being said, we got 4 minutes left, a little bit less than 4 minutes. This has been the Dom Trap with a special guest whose name is what?
Guys and gals, my name's Gregory, and I just walked in his trap and took over his trap.
You didn't do anything. But anyway, yeah, this has been your host, Dominique. Whatever you call me, just don't call me last. And once again, I'm your host, your creator, your editor, your director, your DJ, your first, your last, and don't forget, I am your everything. This has been a Dom Trap. It's been a fun one. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. Tell your family that you love them. Don't tell them when it's too late. Give people their flowers while they are here. We have, what? I'm dropping words of wisdom to leave this thing off on, bro, because we've seen people
Dominique, can you do something for me?
Don't make that a thing, bro. Do not make that a thing. Don't you ever call my phone and say, Dominique, can you do something for me?
Dominique, can you do something for me?
That's a sick ass drop. That is a sick ass drop.
Can you do something for me?
No, man, no. But anyway, thank you everyone for listening. Well, I should be back soon, maybe. We'll see. And yeah, this has been a Dom Trap. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Listen. Peace. Put your peace sign to the camera. Put your peace sign to the camera like this.
I'm doing that goofy ass shit.
Or just do it. And that's why I say he's my biggest hater, y'all. That's exactly why I say it. All right. Love y'all. Peace, y'all.